and gentlemen, thank you for joining today with us on the Cardano Community Podcast. Today we're here with Milad. Milad, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Milad, would you tell us a little bit about yourself? Because today we're going to talk about, of course, YOOSourcing, what your ultimate goal is, and about your relationship with EMURGO, and eventually we just want to touch on a possible integration with Cardano. Can you tell us a little bit about YOOSourcing and what it is?
Yeah, so YOOSourcing is a decentralized solution for international trade. The problem that we are solving is the problem that I had in my previous company, because I've been based actually in China and Hong Kong for 13 years and doing international trade and sourcing. So very quickly to explain what sourcing is, the manufacturing process of all these products that we see around us that are made in somewhere, made in Vietnam, made in China, starts by sourcing a manufacturer that is able to do that. And that's very important because the quality of that manufacturer affects directly the quality of the product. And if you find a competitive manufacturer, obviously the selling price in the market will have a big impact. So that choice of manufacturer that we call the sourcing and the selection is very important. So there is a very big trust issue between buyers and suppliers, because most of them are in different countries and they have two different legal systems. So when they make a purchasing contract, those contracts are usually not not written by lawyers, and they don't have legal values in their different countries.
Yes.
So once there is a problem, in case there is a problem, usually we try to negotiate and we try to make the supplier pay some penalties. So it's very conflictual. Yes. And at the end of the day, if we cannot solve the problem, we just say to the supplier, oh, next time we're not going to place order with you. That's the maximum that can happen to a supplier in most of the cases.
Yes.
So that makes buyers very cautious about working with new suppliers. So when I find a supplier on the internet, I can see nice pictures, beautiful factories, a lot of people, but very often it happens that those factories are actually fake. It's just one guy, his apartment, doing all those and working with outsourcing the manufacturing process to smaller factories.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a big problem for compliance, for social aspects, of the manufacturing, etc.
Yeah.
So we had actually this problem during. Yeah.
So basically, those people they make themselves as a middleman, basically.
Yeah, I mean, in this industry, as there is a big problem of trust,
yes,
there are many middle companies
yes,
to create trust.
Yes.
So their job is basically just to create trust. So my company, my trading company, what we were doing, basically we were doing project management and creating trust, because we could speak French with our clients and they were feeling more comfortable than working directly with Chinese manufacturers.
Yes.
So, but the problem is that,
before we get into that, right, I was wondering, what about, because just for the sake of time, what about the relationship with EMURGO? How is EMURGO? What kind of role does EMURGO play with this?
Yeah. So we, when we started almost 3 years ago to design the product, the title of our the product is Trust and Transparency in International Trade, because from the beginning we're thinking to integrate blockchain technology into it, right? And also to differentiate ourselves, and also because blockchain protocol per definition is a protocol of trust and transparency, right?
Correct.
So, so we started, but the problem was that it was really 3-4 years ago. It was, let's say, the beginning of like blockchain projects, etc. And to be honest, I was not very comfortable because I'm a software engineer. So I was not very comfortable because we didn't have enough knowledge about blockchain basically at
Yeah.
that time. So we took another angle to this project. We thought that first we're going to develop the solution and the platform, and later on, through some partnership, because blockchain technology is not something that you become expert from a day to another, right?
No,
So
no.
yeah, yeah. So, and many people do that, right? But we didn't want to do, because we are really doing something very long term. Is a B2B solution, so our credibility is very important. So what we said is, okay, let's focus on the product, on the user interface, something that makes people's lives easier in our industry, and later through some good partnership we bring blockchain technology into it. And this is when we started to we had several other partnerships with some other blockchain companies, but last year we started to discuss with EMURGO, and we have been following basically Cardano development, and they started to we started to cooperate with EMURGO, and they started to help us on the development of the integration of the blockchain technology into our solution, and then internally we also developed our own skills and developers since almost a year and a half ago.
Wow.
So this is where everything started. Yeah.
That's really nice, because it sounds like you're actually building. I mean, EMURGO is not only building, let's say, helping you integrate this, but you're really building like a sustainable relationship with them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, these guys are really showing you, hey, we're not only helping, but we also have the knowledge and the skills to really bring you to where to the first step, to put it that way. And then
Yeah,
you
I
can.
mean, we have yeah, they have been really committed to our projects, because we have real users. We have over 40,000 active users, and so once we have actually the smart contracts that are deployed in our platform,
Yes.
well, we're gonna have thousands of transactions per day.
Exactly.
And before we started to work on some other blockchains, but in terms of scalability, we couldn't achieve what we might be able to achieve with Cardano, right? And this is one of the reasons why we chose Cardano. It's for the scalability issue,
Yes.
because in terms of transactions is just insane what we're gonna have in our platform.
Yes. So your goal when it comes to integrating your platform in Cardano, how should we see this? How do you envision this? Or what can we
So
expect?
we are actually, yes. So we are working actually with we just started to work with one of the Cardano ambassador. We're going to announce it publicly very soon. That has a lot of knowledge about the technical parts of Cardano blockchain. And so we're going to do things step by step, as we have been doing from the beginning. So
Yes.
basically, in our development team, we have our team still focusing on the platform and the solution and bringing clients. And at the same time, we have the developers, blockchain developers, that are working on integrating smart contracts into it.
Mhm.
So obviously, we're going to have to wait until Protus and smart contracts are
Exactly.
deployed and on in production.
Yes.
We're gonna be able to really use them. But until then, we are working on other blockchain technology to test our smart contracts. And
Yes.
once everything is ready on the Cardano, we will integrate and switch slowly to Cardano blockchain.
Wow, wow! I really like
Yeah.
to hear this, and I think that this is something that the community, the Cardano community, are very, let's say, a- willing to listen and hear. I mean, it's a global community. We're all over
Yeah.
the place, right? And we're always looking forward to new ideas and new, let's say, platforms willing to integrate within Cardano, Cardano blockchain.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
definitely, once Goguen, the smart contract era of Cardano has launched. Wow, this is really good. And I like the idea that you're saying, you're actually using other platforms currently to test your product. Is that like?
Yeah, I mean, we are developing smart contracts, using Solidity and
Yes.
but we are, we are
waiting for Cardano to be launched.
Yes, exactly. So we're working on that. And another thing is that why also we chose is that we trust the team that is behind Cardano now. IOHK and EMURGO. These guys, it's been 1 year that we're working with them. I met Charles and all the IOHK team during the Miami IOHK summit, and we really started to see that we have pretty much the same visions, because our aim is to create the trust index, an index manufacturers, to allow small size manufacturers that they don't have enough marketing budget, but they're actually good quality manufacturers, to get new orders, to get new clients, right?
Yes.
So to give them access to the world, basically. Yes. And this is exactly the same vision that Cardano and Charles has, with that project in Africa. And when I hear all this stuff, it's okay. This is exactly what we are trying to do also. So it's very good to share the same vision, and that's one of the biggest reasons that we're actually really want to integrate the Cardano community and Cardano blockchain.
Yes, wow, Milad, I really, really want to thank you, for taking your time out, coming out, and just openly explaining a little bit more about YOOSourcing. It's about supply chain management and the trust and openness, transparency. We talked about EMURGO and how EMURGO is actually helping you to build and integrate this. And secondly, you're teaming up with the Cardano ambassador who has a lot of technical skills, when it comes to the smart contracts to help you, let's say, move to the next step. And currently you're testing your platform on Solidity, so that when, Cardano's Goguen is finally launched, you can fully integrate and move over. And wow, it's
exactly.
Wow. I cannot wait, to see what the community's, response will be to this, because I know we all heard of YOOSourcing, but we haven't yet, seen or spoken to the people behind it and got a much better insight, of, hey, what are these guys actually planning on? What are these doing? And wow, thanks a lot, man. Wow.
Well, thank you to give us this opportunity. I mean, we, since the IHK summit in Miami, we've got really in contact with the Cardano community and IHK community, and it's been awesome because they have been supporting us. We received lots of messages from the Cardano community, and we're really, really happy to have this support. And really, we work very, very hard on my whole team. We are 25 today, working very hard to really build this solution, that interface, to bring all those users. And once we integrate Cardano, we're gonna have all those people doing transactions on that blockchain. So that's what we want, right?
Yes, exactly.
Having real use case.
Yes,
having
exactly.
Real use case. That's what we want.
Thank you very much there, Milad, again. And
thank you.
Until next time.
See you next time.
Okay, take care.